Well, hey there, and welcome to the Experienship podcast. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Danlee. We are two besties hanging out and sharing our experiences in a friendship.
So sit down, get comfortable, and enjoy. Welcome back. This is season 2, and we're about to kick off episode 1.
We just want to give a quick shout out to Courtney Elena and Lumen Saunders for putting our awesome new podcast music together. We love it so much. Thank you guys. We've had a fun break and we're kicking off with the Crawbaddies. We have Carissa Martin and Leslie Pretty. Hey! Hey guys. We went to Chicago together.
Friendship experience.
Just the four of us. No kids. So, you know.
Girls trip.
What did we spend, like 48 hours?
Yeah, well,
a little longer.
A little longer than 48 hours. We got there late on Friday, and we left very early on Monday
morning.
Yeah, so we got 3 full nights in. We just kicked it off Friday night, flew to Chicago, 4 of us, hopped off the airplane, dropped off suitcases, and went straight to, what was the hot dog place called?
It's like the famous Chicago hot dog eatery.
And it was in walking distance from where we were staying.
We got really lucky.
We were really hungry, so it was like the perfect thing to go do right when you land. Yeah. So Leslie warned us, don't ask for ketchup when you order your hot dog.
Yeah. It's like they used to yell at you if you asked for ketchup, but they don't do that anymore. Apparently they have a ketchup stand now.
They had,
but it was empty.
They had computers. We ordered
Portillo's.
Portillo's.
Yeah. Portillo's. We ordered our hot dogs on a computer.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, look, Leslie, you can ask for ketchup on the computer. And she was like, don't do it.
It's probably a trick.
And I was like, oh, look, there's a ketchup station. So I went over there, empty. Yeah. So no ketchup. And then it was late and we just literally crashed and then woke up and took off to Indy. Oh, we made a pit stop first. So we went to, it was the used to be rock and roll.
Yeah, there was the rock and roll McDonald's for a really long time, but they tore it down and rebuilt it, and now it's like this really big 2-story, like all glass McDonald's. It's really pretty. They have like plants inside, and it's kind of like a green McDonald's. Like they have zero emissions,
and it's huge.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's like a restaurant, like a full restaurant inside.
Yeah. It was a nice little breakfast, and we went outside, and it was in a pretty area like downtown, and so we were like, let's see if someone can take our photo. And this lady appears.
She just kind of was just by herself sitting there, and we're like, hey, can you take a picture of us? And she goes, I love taking photos. Yeah. And then we
got a full photo shoot. And at the end, we took the phone back and said thank you, and like looked up, and she was gone.
She was gone. Yeah. She vanished. She full on disappeared.
The photo fairy godmother. And then we took another pit stop. We were supposed to like immediately drive to Indy because we were planning to go to the Taylor Swift Eras Tour concert that night.
Yeah, we stopped at Sunnyside.
And then hit the road, Jack. We rented a car and we were out of there. Yeah. Then we got to pick up Cheryl on the way.
We stopped at the train station, and if anyone's familiar with Indiana, like the Great Lakes, the National Lakeshore for Lake Michigan is a national park right there, and there's a little train that's right outside the park.
So cute.
Called the South Shore Line, and you can take that train. Yeah. It's like basically direct, and it goes along the coast of Lake Michigan, and it brings you right downtown and lets you off right where the bean's at in downtown.
That's so
Chicago.
cool.
Dang.
Yeah. But we didn't take the train. We just picked up my sister.
She parked there. Yeah. Cute little train station. And then we started the rest of the trip to Indy, which final destination for Leslie, Cheryl, and I was the concert. And then Brittany and Carissa would go on from there. So, all the glitter and lashes started in the car.
Yeah.
We're getting ready on the way. I had these amazing pink glitter lashes.
They were like drag queen lashes.
Oh, they were so great. Oh, wait, what was our nickname for the weekend?
Kitty Scott Cross.
Yes.
Wait, Kitty Scott Cross.
Yes. Yeah, that started early. Yeah. So I was totally Kitty Scott Cross vibing with my lashes, and it was like Glitter City, even the gas stations we stopped at, like,
oh yeah, that was
you just
crazy.
started seeing more and more Swifties.
All these Swifties everywhere.
yeah.
Everyone covered in sequins, head to toe.
Yeah,
everywhere we
nuts.
went, it was just like, "Are you going? We're going. Here's the bracelet."
Yeah,
Like,
lots of bracelet trading.
Yeah, we traded bracelets at
the gas station.
And the gas station was playing Taylor Swift, and they had stickers they were giving away.
Yes, they had free stickers, which was cute.
It was
so
cute.
Sidebar though, we actually on the plane ride to Chicago, we sat in like both sides of the plane. Brittany was on the aisle, and then the three of us in one row. Well, we made friendship bracelets on the plane, and and this guy it was a girl that walked by, and she was like, "Oh yeah, me and my brother were going to the show," and then he came up and was like, we traded our first friendship bracelet within like an hour of getting on the plane.
He came up with one bracelet in his palm and handed it forward. He said, "This is what I have." Like it's all he had, and he was like ready to trade it.
Yeah.
And you gave him a good one too.
I did, yeah.
Leslie got good at friendship bracelet making. Like she had all these techniques.
It's so hard.
It actually is.
I've flung some beads by accident across the plane because the little doodad, the little metal doodad that you like put through the bead,
like flung.
It just went boing. So somebody probably got hit in the head with a bead.
But anyway, so Brittany hopped in the driver's seat right when we got to the concert because Leslie had been driving, and we were just like putting our clothes on and stuff in the car, and they just dropped us at the curb and said adios amigas, and we went to the concert, and then they went on to their night.
We got to the Airbnb, went inside, looked around, and
it
very
was very squeaky. Well, and this Airbnb was supposed to have been like an HGTV house or something, or on HGTV, or done by somebody that was on HGTV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Two Chicks and a Hammer.
Yeah.
But anyway,
was the name of the show?
That's the name of their company.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got it.
The ladies that...
I don't know. I don't think that's the name of their show. I think it's
something Bones, right?
Oh yeah, Good Bones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it was like not very HGTV-ish, and it was very squeaky. It was still cute. It was big. It had like a giant pool table in there where like the dining room was supposed to be. Not a pool table, ping pong.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was very loud. Like you can't sneak around that house.
Mm-mm.
But anyway, so we just like chilled for a little bit, got ready, and then we started going to this one place, but then they were closed because it was a rooftop place and it was cold. So of course they closed down. And so we were like walking around on this street, and we find this kind of bar restaurant thing. So we go inside, and they're playing the Terrifier or something.
they were actually playing the Terrifier.
They were playing
the
the
movie.
Terrifier, the
Which
first one.
The first one.
The first
I can't believe they would play that in public.
Yeah, on the big
played
screen.
Well,
it was like Halloween weekend. It was like November 1st.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So it was.
There was
kind of
still
one of
people
those,
dressed up.
Yeah.
And then we ate some brisket and mac and cheese.
Oh my gosh, that was like the best bar food I've ever had. It
and
was
fried pickles.
Fried pickles.
Oh my god, the mac and cheese! I was so full when we left there.
Yeah, and we had a lot of the food left over, and I was like, we have to take this with us, and
we did, and then
we
nobody
did.
ate it.
And we did. Yeah, we got home later after y'all got back from the concert, and we were in the kitchen like eating.
Well, we didn't know that you left it like for us to eat. Like we got home and we saw the food, and we were like, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to be like, you ate my food.
No, it was for everybody else.
I wish we would have texted you and been like, you can have the food.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, that's one thing that I always enjoy traveling with my girlfriends versus traveling with like your family or. I mean, no shade to my husband. He's a very helpful, great guy. But when we walked in, we were like, oh, I hope they like took our luggage in because I don't know where the keys to the car are and we don't know what we're going to eat. Like, no, our friends, they brought our they brought our stuff in.
We brought everything in.
They left food. Like, there was clear directions. The keys were on the counter. Like, it was just
very
like,
thought out.
Yes, you could tell 4 females were traveling together.
That's true.
We got you.
Okay, so then we're talking, and there's this like girl and her boyfriend, and they had just gone to the concert as well. They went the night before you guys, and so they're sitting next to Carissa, and so like Carissa and her start talking, and we become friends with her and all this kind of stuff. Turns out she's got a jillion followers on like Instagram, and so we're talking, and the bartender, we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do.
Wait, are you following her now?
Yeah,
Yes,
we follow
we
each
follow
other.
her,
Yeah.
Okay. Do we need
And
to
she
like drop
follows
a
us.
quick mention?
Maybe we. I think it was Melissa, right?
Yeah, Melissa.
Yeah.
Shout out to Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
She was so fun. We also exchanged
Yeah.
bracelets with her too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, because
Oh yeah,
brought some bracelets.
we gave
Yeah.
Brittany and Carissa some bracelets because we're like, you're going to encounter some
Yeah.
switches.
Yeah.
I mean, they made
We
some
did.
though.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
girls rule. Like y'all made some like cute, like generic, badass ones.
Yeah, made a couple. I
Generic
made-
but not lame.
Right.
Yeah, and I made one that was really cute but really tiny. So whoopsies. But so then the bartender, we're trying to figure out where we're gonna go, and we had seen this place that like kind of looked closed, but on Google it looked like it said cabaret show, but it kind of looked like a strip club. So we were like, well, we probably shouldn't go there. Turns out the bartender was like, oh, well, I think they have shows tonight that's actually burlesque. And I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
love burlesque.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, they have a show at 8 and then they have a show at 11. And it was like, or 8 or 9 or something. And we were like maybe 30 minutes from the show starting.
Yeah.
I was like, Carissa, we have
Yeah.
to go.
Gotta go.
So
Yeah.
then sure enough, Melissa, her boyfriend, they come, excuse you. Orbit's trying to take my tissue. So anyway, so we go, and it was so fun because it was Halloween themed. So there was one lady that was a sloth.
Oh my gosh, y'all's
So
pictures
she
were
did burlesque
amazing.
sloth. There was one lady that was a vagina. What else was there? There was like
Gosh, there
a
was
demon,
there was like a lady with giant like antlers, and she had like a
veil or something.
A veil over her. It looked very much
When they
like
first
American Horror Story.
When they first described this to us, we were like, I was like, how is that sexy? Like, how a sloth? I was like, I need to see photos of
Oh
this.
no, she was like rolling on the
Yeah.
ground,
Just
being all
slow, very
seductive,
slow.
Very
and
seductive.
like it was actually kind of cute.
Yeah, that's so cute. How creative. That's so
It was
creative.
great. I loved it. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
It
this
was
is
so
such a
much
fun
fun.
situation.
And that wasn't even the end of your night. You had like another stop.
No,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
There was like a whole nother 2 hours after that, right?
Oh my god.
Y'all were busy.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so then somebody told us about this private speakeasy. Actually, Melissa, I already forgot her name.
Melissa, yeah.
Was
Yeah.
she local? Like she's local.
She
No.
was from a town in between Chicago and Indy. It was like
So that's somewhere
right in
local.
between. I
Yeah.
forget.
And so she had told us that they had gone to this private speakeasy, and it's like one of those that you have to go through a building, go around the corner towards the bathroom, and then there's like this door with like caution tape on it
like a
and stuff.
secret door.
Wow.
And you just walk on in, and it's a bar.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that place was also kind of like Halloween themed too. They had a bunch of like
Yeah.
decorations, and it was very dim lighting, and
Yeah.
all the cocktails were like Halloween themed.
Halloween in the Midwest must be huge, right?
It
Because even
is.
the first night that we got there, I remember at the hot dog place. Remember all those people
Oh
wearing
yeah, there was like
costumes?
a club outside Chicago, and every single
Oh,
girl was
gosh.
like
Oh, they-
dressed as to the nines Halloween.
They looked
Yeah.
They were
cold,
like
though.
naked.
Cold. Yes.
Yeah.
They were dressed
Cold.
naked.
That's all.
Many naked people.
I went to
yeah.
school in Indiana, and yeah, every Halloween it was just like we're gonna just freeze our butts off, and no one's bringing a coat because you don't want to have to keep track of that thing at
Right.
night.
Well,
so,
also cover up your costume.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
You just freeze and you look great.
Yeah.
So did y'all get some good beverages at the speakeasy?
We had a lot of good beverages.
Yeah, we did.
I had such a good
Yeah,
time.
it was great.
Yeah.
Apparently
good time.
came back to the Airbnb and jumped up, and I don't remember this, but jumped up and down, and I was like, look at my boobies shake. What did I say?
Oh, I didn't see that.
I don't remember that. Did you see that?
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah. Look at my boobies
I
shake or
was
something like
so
that.
tired after that concert. Like, I literally was like, I don't even know if I like changed clothes. Like, I just laid
We
straight
didn't,
down.
Y'all,
Yeah.
I slept, okay, so I had black tights on, this like black and white striped shirt, a skirt, and some like scarf and all that kind of stuff. But I woke up the next morning and I just had my tights on and my shirt on.
That's funny.
That's it. And I slept in my tights and I don't know why.
So when Leslie and I and Cheryl, we didn't see the Airbnb until after the concert. So we get there in the dark and you know, just kind of figuring everything out. And there's all these bedrooms, which is why we rented the place. We were like,
there were so many beds.
We
so
get,
many beds.
yeah, we were like, we all get our own room. And we get there. My impression was, whoa, this place is definitely haunted. It's so
Well,
creepy.
especially like the attic all the way upstairs with the beds up there.
There was a third level, and
Yeah.
I like could not even go to that door.
No.
I was so scared.
I went up there and looked. It was really cute. Like my method, I told Danlee this. Like my method for like staying in an older house or an Airbnb or something to like catch the vibe is you just go into one of the closets in one of the bedrooms and you just like stand in there and you see what the vibe is.
And you close the door in the dark.
Yeah.
So you have to be quite brave to do that. I wouldn't even open the attic
I mean,
door.
sometimes the vibes are bad. You can't even do it. But no, both of the rentals I stayed at,
that was fine.
It was fine, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did look at the attic the next morning. The house was so cute. It was all cute, but we ended up actually like all kind of crashing in the same rooms because there were so many beds, and we were like, whatever.
Well,
we
and
just
one,
kind
the
of
stairs were steep, and we
so
all had big
steep.
suitcases, and I was like, I'm not dragging that thing up there. Like,
we
I'm
spent
just
very little time
yeah.
there.
I was like, there's no
Yeah.
point, and like, whatever. There's
Oh,
beds.
yeah,
I'm laying down.
Well, I left my suitcase downstairs.
Smart.
Yeah,
Smart.
well, I was wondering. I was like, all the suitcases are like in the kitchen, and then I was like, oh, this is why. Well, after that, we pretty much threw our stuff back in the bags and headed out because we really wanted to get back to Chicago because we wanted to have some fun. We had like one more night.
Mm-hmm.
We still had to drive all the way back. How long? It's like 4 hours in between. Like,
Yeah, it's
Chicago
4
and
hours
Indy.
from Indy to Chicago, and then we also had to stop in Couts, which is where my family's from, because my mother passed away in, I guess that was September. I don't know. It wasn't very long, but anyway, she was cremated, so we picked up her ashes, and they got this beautiful portrait of her that was taken on her wedding day,
So
and
pretty.
she's just so pretty, and I've always loved that portrait. So we stopped in Couts, made a quick pit stop at my grandma's house, which she wasn't home. She was at a quilting convention having
We
a
left
great
her a
time.
note. She has a dry erase board in her kitchen, so we left some love notes.
Yeah, and some friendship bracelets.
And used her bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then grabbed
Thanks,
Mama
Grandma.
and Mama portrait.
Yep.
Okay, so that was one of the pit stops, and then we went to Fair Oaks Creamery.
Oh yeah, Fair Oaks Farm. Yeah, where they make milk.
Yeah,
That was so-
and cheese.
Yeah, we went to.
I have some feels about that place.
Yeah, I mean, if you do the tour, they like let you try cheese, and you can see where the cows get milked. They have like, it's a fully automated operation because I guess the cows like to get milked, and so they go onto this little platform whenever they're ready, and they just get on there
Get milked. They just go get milked without any
It's crazy.
person telling them to
Nope,
do it.
they just walk up, get on this
Dang.
platform, and
Oh.
it's spinning the whole time, like really
Wow.
slowly. And I think
Okay.
like 20 or 30 cows, like full-grown cows, fit on this like platform that spins.
I just
and
picture
so
like a merry-go-round,
It
and
is.
all the cows are like, "Let's go."
that is exactly what it is. And they get on, and then they get this thing little hooked up to their udders, and it pumps the milk, and then they get to the other side of the carousel, and they get off.
They get to the other side.
Other side. Brittany coming in strong with the dad jokes. But yeah,
That's
but they
funny.
also have like a little restaurant and a gift shop.
And they have a birthing barn.
Yes, you can
they
see
do.
cows be born.
Which we did not do.
I'm so glad we
Cute.
did not.
Yeah. Well, most of it, like 90% of it, is just people sitting there watching this cow in labor. You know,
Yeah,
because the
because,
birth
like,
only takes
yeah.
like 4 minutes.
That moment is
but
so
the
quick.
lead up to the birth is like could be hours, could be a
how
day.
many births are happening?
A lot.
Oh, really?
A lot.
Many.
Yeah. I don't know how many.
I
a
guess
day
enough
they
to have a whole
but
barn for it.
At least
Yeah.
once a day, there's a cow being born there.
Wow.
Dang.
Okay, but let's talk about this grilled cheese sandwich
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
I had.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's okay.
our special guest is not cooperating with us.
Just knocked
Or
over my
bit.
water,
Or
but that's
it's not
okay.
very
Nothing
curious.
spilled. At least it wasn't the wine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had very high hopes. I love grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yeah.
I had very high hopes. I get this thing on a dry bun with just some melted cheese inside.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
like the nastiest thing I think I've ever had.
I got the
Aw.
same thing, and the thing that was lame was
And the soup.
We got the adult grilled cheese, and then they had a kid's grilled cheese. So
Yeah.
Brittany and I both got like
The
a half
adult.
adult grilled cheese, and then Carissa, apparently the smart one, was like, "I'm gonna get the kids grilled cheese," and her
Yeah.
grilled cheese
Yeah, that was good.
was
Well,
grilled
Mom.
cheese in.
I just
Yeah.
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
super hungry, and I I was
You
like,
shared
I just
it
want
with
like
me.
a small sandwich, and then I ended up getting it, and I was like, this looks awesome.
Good choice. Yeah.
And it like wasn't that much smaller than y'all's either. Like y'all's kind of looked like a half sandwich.
Ours was a half of an adult one.
Yeah.
But since you weren't
But
so
the-
hungry, you shared, and I was really
Yeah,
happy because that one was so good.
The bread on mine was different too. It was just like regular, like,
It's like
white
Texas toast.
like white bread that was
Yeah.
like slathered in butter. You know how they make grilled cheese, but
Yeah.
it was so good.
Yeah. So that was our pit stop, our other pit stop. We dropped Cheryl back off somewhere in there. She went to the farm.
Yeah, she was at the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
shout out to Cheryl.
Cheryl
We
was
had so much
over
fun.
it, so she
Yeah.
didn't want to go to Chicago.
Yeah, that concert kicked everyone's booties.
Yeah.
You know, we were there and we had to keep going with our trip, so we rallied and we went to Chicago, and we had another Airbnb. So cute. That one was my favorite for sure. Like, of all the places we stayed.
I think once we got up the stairs,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
then I think it was very cute.
It was like an old house that Leslie found for us that had like 3 levels, and like a lot of us didn't understand this. She did because she's from the Midwest, so she knows how like houses are laid out, but we were like not sure what we were walking into. But we get there and we park, and this guy's outside, and he's like, "Hey guys," and he like spits out a ping pong ball.
And
we
just
were
came
like,
out
"What?"
of nowhere.
And we've been driving like all day, and we were like, "What?"
Not expecting magic tricks.
Yeah, he did all these little magic tricks.
I mean,
and
he stood there for like what 30 seconds,
Yeah.
maybe.
But
It
he
was
did a
brief.
bunch, yeah, and that it was brief, but
Yeah.
it was just unexpected. We were
Yeah.
like, okay,
Well, he kind of came out of nowhere, and I was like, "Excuse you."
Yeah.
but then he wrapped it up though, and then he walked us to our door, which was the other unexpected part. I was like, oh, he's going in the house with us, but no, he was showing us to our apartment door. Like inside the house,
yeah.
and there were
Yeah.
all these stairs that were like
So
narrow.
steep,
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Oh,
in the
girl,
Midwest, it's
tiny.
just like in the winter, it's so gross outside that you kind of need a mud room, you know, an entryway.
Oh,
And
true,
so all
that
the
was a mud
houses are
room.
set up like that,
Yeah.
where you have like a main entrance, and then the houses were so big when Chicago was first built. Nobody needs to live in a 6,000 square foot house now, so they divide all of the houses either by level, or they'll like add stairs and like make a level,
Yeah.
and so the houses
Cutest
were all
apartment.
separate. Yeah, it was very cute.
when we got in there, it
So
was
cute.
so retro. Like I
I wish
loved
we
it.
had
It was
more
so
time to
cute.
spend in there.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, when we
Yeah.
got there, we were like, let's go get dinner and come back and like enjoy the Airbnb. But then we like went hard in the
not.
city. Yeah. But it was really cute. Like I would totally go back there. It was just like an old, pretty apartment.
Well, and we were very close to the Hemingway
Oh.
house.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
like two houses down from the birthplace of Hemingway, which was really
Yeah.
pretty. I mean, that whole area, like Oak Park in Chicago, is like gorgeous. It's
Yeah.
a very affluent area of Chicago. We were really close to the train station. It was a great.
It was
great time.
beautiful
Yeah.
neighborhood. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just great to be in. And can you tell us about Hemingway a little bit?
Yeah, so the only reason that I've read one of Hemingway's books, I think, but I'm not like a huge Hemingway fan. But I grew up in Key West for a little while, which he had a house there as well, and his house was famous there because he has like 6-toed cats. And so every time I go to Key
Oh.
West, we go and visit the cats, and they have all the cats live there.
At
They
the
have
Hemingway
kittens
house.
at the Hemingway house. It's so
Aw.
cute. So I've known about that house for a long time, but I didn't know that he was born in Chicago.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
it was random, but
Yeah.
yeah.
We were like 2 houses down from it.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We walked right past it like unintentionally on the way to the train.
Well, and the reason I booked that place is because it had parking, and
Oh, true.
like if we had stayed downtown, we would have not had parking, and it's very expensive to park downtown. So yeah, this came with 2 parking spaces, and I was like, heck yeah, and it was in
Yeah.
a garage.
Yeah, covered
So,
parking,
yep.
and then we walked down to the train station. Decided to take that downtown because our destination, like, Carissa had to see the bean.
The bean.
The
Yeah.
bean was
The
like
bean.
Carissa's thing. It's been on her bucket list her whole
Yeah.
life.
Yes, I was so excited to see the bean. Even though it got dark at like 4:30 or 5, by the time we got down there, it was dark.
But it was still-
but
they
it
had it
was
all
like
lit up. Mm-hmm.
and
You could see the lights
yeah,
of the
and
buildings.
well, all the buildings,
Yeah.
of course, are lit up at night. So there's just like a beautiful reflection of the city and
It was
the and the
beautiful.
bean, and
Yeah.
we took lots of pictures.
It was
and
really cool.
It was
Yeah.
awesome. I
we
loved
had a
it.
great time.
That was
checking out
probably
the
my
bean.
favorite part was the bean.
Yeah.
Because-
Your favorite
Yeah.
part wasn't the train ride?
No. Absolutely not.
The train
That was
ride,
quite the experience.
the train
don't
ride
think that was
started
any.
out good because we got on the platform. There's no one. It's just
Right.
us. We are
Just
the
by
only
ourselves.
people on the platform. It's a nice area. It's a nice
Yeah.
train station. I had no issues with
We were
us
taking
walking
pictures.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on the train car. We're the only people on the train car. We were like, oh, look at this. A train car all
Fantastic.
to ourselves.
And
like,
we were riding it all, like, we had like
all the way to
16
the ends.
stops.
Yep.
Yeah.
So next stop, like literally 3 minutes later, these two younger kids get on.
Little hoodlums.
Hoodlums.
They
Get
just
on, and
killed
at
the
first
vibes.
I thought, okay, we were kind of in the middle of the train. They went all the way to the front, and I was like, all right, they're giving us some space. It's nice because you
Yeah,
don't,
you
like,
go
you don't want to
over
crowd
there.
females
No, but they're
traveling
already
around.
acting.
They were
very
acting
sus,
very weird, yeah.
And
So first things first, the guy pulls out this bottle of cologne out of his pocket and starts just like misting it.
Go
Yeah.
to town.
Forever. And the smell was so
No.
bad. And they're like, I know what we need to do is light up a joint right now. And so I'm like, you know what? If you had just smoked the weed right there, honestly, that
I
would
would
have
rather
cologne
that
smell.
smell. I would rather
Smell.
that smell than
Oh,
cologne
but the-
smell
but-
because I am so
it's so
sensitive to
bad.
smells, and I was
Yeah.
just sitting there like,
Yeah.
I felt a little disrespected.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it was
you're
not cool.
forcing the people around you to like inhale
Deal this.
with all these
Yeah.
things that you're doing.
And
like,
the cologne
you
is
know,
not masking the
It did not.
reefer.
It was
Yeah.
just cologne mixed with skunk, and we were like, nope. I was like, all right, guys, next train stop, we're gonna get off and we're gonna run to the next car. So we do
Yeah.
that. We get off, next stop. So we were on the train with
Which
them for
I was
like 3
nervous
minutes
about
maybe.
this. I was like, we can't do it because the stops are so fast. I was
Yeah.
like, we're gonna get left, and if we did, we would just get
on the next train,
But
yeah.
I was very nervous, and she's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, so we
so
get
we
off.
haul booty.
Get on the next car, and we get on. It's fine. There's like two people sitting
sit
there
down.
quietly on their phone. We're like,
Yeah.
great.
Perfect.
Literally seconds before they're closing the door, this other guy walks on, starts with
Giant
his
boombox.
giant boombox, full blast, like hardcore rap
So
music, and we were like,
loud.
oh my
It was so
god.
loud.
Well, and that guy, even like the train took off, and then he busts out like a tray, which you
Yeah,
know,
starts rolling a joint.
we didn't.
I didn't
in
see that part.
Illinois is legal. You didn't?
No.
Yeah, he had
I
it.
didn't
He had
see
it
that.
on his
Legal.
lap, all set up.
But aren't
Oh
you
my
supposed to
God.
like do it in your?
No, you're
home?
not supposed to do it on the train.
In public.
No.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they've got loud club music playing and they're busting out like a blunt. Like, I don't know. I was like, is this a joke? Like, it felt like a circus. Like, what door are you going to open
Yeah.
next and get,
Yeah.
like, dang.
Yeah, so we got off that car again, switched into the next car. That car was fine.
That one was fine.
So the third car was great, and
third car's the charm.
It was,
That was nuts. Yeah, that was nuts. And then on
Yeah.
the way back,
I told them, I
Leslie's-
was like,
yeah.
trick is sit in the first car because that's where the driver's at, and people
Yeah.
don't start stuff in the first
Next to
car.
the
Well,
driver.
but wasn't
Yeah.
it in the third car though? Like, I was sitting next to Leslie. I was like, I think we need to like fit in a little more, because like we
I was like, you gotta look tough.
yeah, I was like, let's like, yeah, like we're not proper like ladies.
We're
It's like,
badass
yeah,
bitches.
we're bad bitches. And then Leslie's like, yeah.
You gotta huck up a loogie. And Brittany was like, stop it.
I'm gonna
Well,
plug my ears.
Brittany was across from us, so she didn't hear our conversation, and she was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, so
And
we
I
start
hate
slouching
that.
in the seat, like spreading
Spread
our
your
legs.
Yeah. She's like, guys, what is
Ugh.
happening over there?
It was just really gross.
Yeah, we really didn't have much time, like, because we had to leave pretty early, and we were out of there and headed back home. We went to the 360 thing.
Yes.
Yeah, the
The
tilt.
360 Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
on the 94th floor.
Of
I
the
forgot.
Hancock building.
The Hancock. Okay, thank you. I was like,
Mhm.
I forgot the building.
Which is the highest up I've ever been in a building. Like, my ears
Yeah.
were popping on that.
Yeah, on the elevator
I
ride,
know.
my ears
Okay,
popped twice.
The elevator ride was crazy because it was so
It
fast.
shoots you
Like,
up.
It
Yeah.
just
It didn't take that long.
I thought we're going to be here forever, because that's how it is in the movies. You just see the little lights like ding, ding,
Mm-mm.
ding. No, we
No.
were like, boom, you're
That's
there.
why there's no windows anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
It shot you up.
Yeah.
But
It was beautiful up there.
It was so great.
It was
Like it's
awesome.
just windows everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can see everything. You can see all the buildings.
You
You
can see
can
the
see.
lake.
It's so good.
It's called 360 Chicago. They have a sit tilt view package. So we
Yeah.
each bought the sip tilt view
Sip.
experience. Sip
Yeah.
Sit,
Yeah.
tilt, view.
Sip, tilt,
Yeah.
view. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said sit.
Oh, no.
Which we did
sip.
that
That too.
We
Yeah,
did
we
sit.
did
We
sit.
could do sip, sit, tilt, view.
Yeah.
So for trademark purposes, what we're going to call this drink, lean, watch.
Yeah.
The drink, lean, watch episode. So we drink, leaned, and watched. And no, they had this cool tilt thing where you get like, you go into this little room and you each stand in your own little spot, like against a window, and you hold these bars, and they're like, okay, ready, and then they lean the windows out, and you're basically leaning over the sidewalk, and you're looking 94 floors down.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
It was scary.
I was very nervous about it at first. I was like, guys, I don't know if I can do this. But actually, like, it only leans you, like 20 degrees? Like, it
I was
wasn't,
proud
it
of
was
you.
very slow and very, like, chill.
It was super
just-
chill. Okay, so we wrapped up there with our drink, lean, watch, and went to Rosemary, the
Yep.
restaurant.
Rosemary's. Yep.
It
Yeah.
was so good.
It came highly recommended. So anybody
Yeah,
that's
that place
familiar
was
with
really good.
Chicago, even the one woman I work with, she's from Chicago,
And she knew about
and she knew
Rosemary's.
about Rosemary's too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. It was
Yeah.
really good.
Oh, it was the Cassio pepe was like.
Yeah. We had
I still
tuna.
think about that dish. It's so good.
The
Yeah.
tuna was good, but y'all ordered like an octopus tentacle, and I just about threw up.
Me and Carissa were like,
I wasn't-
"Hell
I
yeah."
loved it. I
Yeah.
thought it was so
It
good.
was like a giant chunk of octopus on a plate.
Where there's like maybe three
Three
yeah,
tentacles.
There's like
Oh,
three tentacles.
in my mind, it's one giant chunk. No, I had to like saw it to get a bite.
It was
No.
a little tough, yeah. But I thought
kind
it was,
of
I'm glad you
experience
It
liked
was
did
really
you have?
good. It was
It was
really
more
good.
for us.
Yeah, speaking of all this fun-filled adventures, like we haven't even talked about the concert.
Oh my gosh.
We skipped over it.
Okay, so this is the second time Leslie and I have gone to the Eras tour.
Which we're hashtag blessed.
Hashtag
Like-
blessed. I think we brought this up before, but the first time was on my 30th birthday in Houston last year. We all
Yeah,
went. And
that was fun.
the whole ticket experience was nuts.
crazy.
So,
Oh,
so
God.
Leslie
Crazy.
got these tickets a year ago?
Yeah.
More?
Yeah.
And it wasn't even you, it was Cheryl's friend. Out of
Yes.
everyone who registered to get the code,
I mean,
none of us got it.
I had Josh register. I had Josh's brother register. You guys all registered.
Yeah.
Molly, Michael. I mean, literally anyone I know that would be willing to register
yeah.
and give me their code. I had
Yeah.
probably 20 people sign up for this code.
And none of us got
None
it
of us got
except Cheryl's friend. And so they were like, 4 tickets, that's a maximum. Got them. So Leslie and Cheryl and their 2 friends were the 4 people that were going to go. And I've known about this for a long time, and I've had FOMO. Yeah,
But
but
Danlee-
then I was crazy and, have been watching StubHub resale tickets and spent a very stupid amount of money on a resale ticket.
Yeah.
Because I was
But-
that desperate. Yeah, but then, kind of unfortunately, kind of bad story, but
Sad story. Poor Trisha.
She couldn't go.
She had to have emergency surgery the day of the concert, and my heart just broke for
it was
her.
really
Oh,
sad.
Which
that
we
sucks.
tried, I was like, let me see if I can get Sunday tickets. Like, no, it was just not going to work out. But we did.
Unless you spent $4,000.
There's just no way.
Yeah.
There's just no. So
Yeah.
anyway, Trisha unfortunately couldn't go, and it ended up working out for Danlee because she was able to sit with us because her ticket was
Nowhere near you.
way far
The one
away
I
from
bought
us, yeah.
resale, it was a good seat. It was really close to the stage, but I mean, I would have much rather have been with you guys.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I fortunately got to sit with you. And since you hooked me up with that ticket, we posted my ticket again. Who knows how many times this ticket has been
sold. Yeah.
on StubHub, sold it, and made a pretty decent profit.
Yeah.
And
It paid for
like a
a
lot
good
of the
chunk
trip.
of the trip.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
So that ended up being
Yeah.
really cool for us. We had a great time.
It was amazing.
We
Like,
sang our oh my gosh, we totally lost our voices,
yes.
sang and yelled the entire time.
Screamed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we both said the first time we saw the Eras tour in Houston, it's
kind
like
of a blur.
I remember the opening and then I just blacked out.
Yeah.
Like I was just like the amount of fun that we had.
It was so overwhelming
Yeah.
It
the
was.
first time.
We just don't know what to expect. Like it
It
was a
was-
new album. Like Midnights had just come out.
Well, that's
like,
when I got real bad
Yeah.
FOMO. I was like, oh, there's a new album.
Another album this time, Tortured Poets Department. So yeah, we were just
which is
so
one of my
jazzed.
favorite albums. Yeah.
But we were really high up, like not at the very back. Like I would say
It was pretty high up.
Yeah, we were probably in the middle of the very last section, but directly in front of the center stage, and it was amazing. And we had the best time.
It was very cool getting to see all of those people, like so many people with all their lights and stuff, because we all had the bracelets or whatever, and that was neat. Just see the entire stadium. And Lucas Oil Stadium has this really cool
it's like a big window
behind the stage, and so the whole performance
you could see the view
was
of the
beautiful,
city.
but you
oh my god, that's cool.
It was so pretty.
And it was fun before the concert too. Like we walked around. Indy like just transformed for this show.
Oh yeah,
they changed
Taylor's
the street
Nation.
names.
Yeah.
Like they had this huge like. What do you call that? Like a window cling?
It was like a
I don't know.
know.
on like the JW Marriott building.
It took up the entire building.
Of Taylor, her body, like head to toe, was the top floor to the bottom floor. So we went and saw that. Yeah.
Every store,
That's
every
pretty
restaurant had like Taylor Swift merch, drinks.
They
food,
had an Indy
music.
car with her that was
Yes,
wrapped
an
with
Indy
her name
car,
on it too.
Yeah.
Did you guys stop by and see that?
We saw it.
Yeah.
We saw it
Yeah.
when after we went.
Yes.
We did some little shopping, and then Chris and I
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
go to the bathroom.
Anyway, so we're heading down the escalator. We're like the only ones like left at this point. And this girl, she had volunteered to work at the stadium because she couldn't get tickets. She just wanted to be there. She couldn't see shit.
This girl Delulu.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely Delulu.
Well, I asked her. She looked like so happy and just giddy, and I was like, "Do you want to trade bracelets?" And she was like, "Oh yeah." So I pull a bracelet out of my bag. She sees the confetti, and she was like, "Oh my god, can I just have just one piece?"
No. You said, "Would you like some confetti?" And she was like,
just one piece.
She was like, I'll give you 3 bracelets for it.
One piece. And I was like, "Girl, take it all." So I just like dumped my confetti, like this handful of
I thought she was gonna pass out.
She like started hyperventilating.
She was like,
oh my god, the confetti.
Just so happy. Like this girl was almost burst out in tears.
But she kept saying absolutely. Like we walked up, we were like, "Would you like to trade bracelets?" Absolutely. And we were like, "Well, thank you. It's nice to meet you." Absolutely. And I was like, "This is so odd."
It was so mid.
That is the happiest like setting. Like that was one of the best concerts. The best concert.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but highly recommend Indy and Chicago, and we have to go back because that was the
we want to go
We
to
have to
Chicago
go
and
back.
like just do Chicago.
Chicago.
Because you guys saw 1%.
Not even 1%. I'd say like 0.05.
Yeah.
Next time we go, we have to like go to museums and like
I want to do museums.
more restaurants. We didn't
have
even
so
get
much
deep dish
on our list.
pizza.
No.
You know,
We
I
did
wasn't even that like I didn't.
I'm not a big
pizza.
deep dish pizza person.
love
I wanted the
We
hot
still
dogs.
have to try it.
Yeah, we
Yes.
do.
Okay,
You
you
gotta
and I
try
will
it.
go.
We'll
Yes.
get a piece and like I'll try a bite or something.
Girl, one piece, girl.
Anyway,
Watch you end up loving it, and then you're like, wait, but I want some more.
That's
Okay,
what
I'll
Francis
go
is
get
always
all
like,
these.
"Are you gonna take a bite of mine, or are you gonna eat like half of mine?" And I'm like, "I just
Depends
want
on
one
how
bite."
much I like it.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Get your own."
You just need a little sample
We
to
have that
know if you want
fight.
more.
Yeah, we have that fight all the time. But anyway, such a fun trip.
Yeah, it was.
And this has been a really fun kickoff to season 2.
Yeah.
The best with the best friends. Yeah, we had the best time. Yeah, and we can't wait for another awesome Experienship season 2.
Woot woot.
Woot woot. Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next time on
The Experienship Podcast. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
And if you're feeling fancy, leave us a review wherever you stream.
Bye.